everybody. It's Saturday, so that means it's time for family movie night. And today we are continuing on Muppet May. And this is the, I think, seventh or eighth year that I've been doing Muppet May. And so we've covered all of the basic releases for Sesame Street and for the Muppets. So we're digging a little deeper. And today we're talking about two television specials that I really enjoyed and I had never seen before. And we're talking about the two movies that John Denver made with the Muppets. And John Denver had a very strong relationship with the Muppets. He had worked with them both in the world of music and with these specials. He was on the Muppet Show. He was on the tribute to Jim Henson. He was very, very a part of the Muppets and the Muppets world. The first one we're going to talk about is John Denver and the Muppets: A Christmas Together. This was a television special that aired in 1979. This was a 1 hour special that aired on ABC, and it was also part of an album that they recorded together. So this album was actually pretty successful. It reached number 26 on the Billboard Top LPs and Tapes chart in early 1980. It was certified platinum that year. So that's kind of crazy. And it was popular enough that it kept getting produced, and they have done multiple vinyls on this, and including one as recently as 2020, which I thought was kind of amazing that it still has that kind of following. And John Denver talks about it being a really positive experience that he had. He says that that collaborating with Jim Henson and the entire Muppet gang and putting this recording together was one of the most enjoyable experiences of my career. It was also unique and immensely creative project from beginning to end. So that's pretty cool, and you can sense that kind of warmth and regard, even though he's there with the Muppets. I know you can just sense that there's a real sweetness and a real love all around involved, and he does a good job interacting with the various Muppets, and especially in the next one when Robin is feeling kind of sad, and his empathy and his reactions to the different characters, I think is really sweet and really well done. This Christmas special, it is kind of bonkers in a lot of ways. First of all, it starts with my least favorite Christmas song, with the 12 Days of Christmas. And I did not think that they would literally go through the entire song. I thought it would just be, oh, they started and then something would interrupt them. Or no, they go through the whole song.
Four calling birds,
three French hens, two turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Then they have The Pleasure of Your Company. This is done in the conceit of there's this writing room for the special, debating about how they should quote the Bible, what they should do for the story of this special. And then John interrupts them.
For what it's worth, this would be a very good place to practice peace on earth.
We have John Denver narrating Alfie the Christmas Tree and telling us that story. And then we have the song It's in Every One of Us is the song, which is sweet.
It's in every one of us.
We have this scene between Piggy and John Denver in her dressing room. She confronts him and he's like, I'm a married man, which I think is kind of funny. And then we have Rolf and John Denver singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is my favorite. So I love that scene.
If the
The most bonkers scene in the movie is Miss Piggy singing I Will Wait for Him. She's actually a doll in this story. She's a doll, and John Denver is the soldier. And she sings I Will Wait for Him from the Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is super hilarious. But it's not really played for laughs. Like, it's done pretty straight, which is like kind of bizarre, but also kind of funny.
If it takes forever, I will wait for 1,000.
I just never thought I would see I Will Wait for Him done pretty straight and serious and all emotional Miss Piggy. Like, that's wild. That's definitely the highlight of this special. And then we have they tell the Luke 2, the story of Jesus' birth, with a bunch of traditional carols, like Joy to the World, and they end with Silent Night. So it's all really nice. It's just a very pleasant special that is got a good mixture of sweet holiday moments and humor. So I really did enjoy it. I had a great time with it. So then we have Rocky Mountain Holiday with John Denver and the Muppets. And this is interesting because it's a 1 hour special, but it's in the summer. It's not a holiday in the sense of holidays, meaning Christmas. This is set in the summer, and it's the group of the Muppets. They all go camping with John Denver in the Rocky Mountains. And so we get to see sort of a different setting. I can't think of that many, especially the specials that are set in the summer, and we get to see sort of them out in nature and everything like that, which is cool. And if you go on the Muppet Wiki, there's neat pictures of them in their there's some neat pictures of the puppeteers in the ground and holding the puppets up and in the nature all around them. It's cool. I love seeing that. And they have really nice chemistry with John Denver in this. And you get to see them like putting up their tents and various folk songs. And Miss Piggy is not with them, but they bring her in songs, and they have her for She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, which is hilarious.
She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Yoo-hoo!
Some nice songs in here, some classics like You Have Happy Trails, Gone Fishing. And I really love this whole scene between Robin and John, where Robin is feeling like he can't do anything. He's too small. He's feeling frustrated. And that's when you get Catch Another Butterfly, sung by John Denver. So that's really, really nice.
Where's all the water gone that tumbled down the stream? Will I ever catch another butterfly?
So it's kind of amazing because they have Miss Piggy on a horse. And you figure that must have been incredibly hard for the puppeteer, who was probably all in green screen outfit. So that, but it's one thing to do it on a bike or something, but to do it on a live animal, that must have been really hard for the puppeteer. But it's pretty cool to see that happen. They still have Statler and Waldorf in this, but they're still doing their commentary on everybody camping, which is very funny.
What's happening now? The big angry bear's about 2 furlongs behind the fat boring bear and closing. Give you 7 to 5 on Big Angry. Done.
Kind of amazing. This was also a very successful album from this team up of John Denver and the Muppets. It was even nominated for a Grammy for Best Recording for Children, but it lost to E.T. the Extraterrestrial. So if you lose to John Williams, you can't be that upset. It was filmed in Colorado, and it's beautiful. Like, it looks really nice. This is a very nice special. It's got quite a few songs. It's very sweet, and it's just fun to see the Muppets in a different environment than I've ever seen them before. That was enjoyable. So you should definitely check this one out. Both of these specials are just available on YouTube. So it's not like the pristine quality. I wish that they would find a way to put these on Disney Plus or whatever, so that we could watch them in a more pristine quality. But it's enjoyable, good songs, sweet message, fun to see the Muppets in a different setting. And the Christmas one is also a lot of fun, especially that I Will Wait for Him is hilarious. For something new to me that I had never seen before. So that was a lot of fun. And I love that about Muppet May, is that I got to dig a little bit deeper than I would normally do and find these hidden gems. And I would say both of these are pretty hidden gems. They're really, really quite good. So let me know what you think. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Check out my whole playlist with all my Muppet May reviews. I would really appreciate that. And check out the Patreon group. That's the biggest way you can support everything that I'm doing. And you're going to be part of watch-alongs and Q&As and other fun events, and you get to be part of our Facebook group, and you just get to help the channel out to make the content that you love. And then we have the merch store, just lots of fun designs. So check that out. And thanks so much. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.